because now we focus on individual people when it comes to a virus, and on individual fruits or orchards when it's come to fruit flies or other quarantine pests. Hi there. Here is why I am so excited, and I think this is wonderful news that has to do with agriculture and the coronavirus crisis, which is something we can learn from. And if we look at China, we see that at the beginning it completely closed the city, closed the province where it started, so people cannot go anywhere for weeks and even months now. That was the first reaction. Of course, it created panic, a huge economic loss and damage, which is not good. The concept behind it is even more important. The concept behind it is we are going to fight this virus until we eradicate it, until there will be no sick people in the city, in the province, in China, in the world. It will go away. So that was at the beginning. Now what happened now, recently, is I believe they understand that they cannot get rid of the virus. They cannot enable or allow themselves to wait until there will be zero sick people, zero carriers, and zero virus of the coronavirus. So they've changed the protocol, which is so important, of how to treat it. What they do now is they run lots of checks on people, and people who are found to be healthy with no signs of virus, including through the lab checks and so on, they get a QR code that is on the telephone, on the cell phone. If it is green, it's okay. If it is red, of course, not so good. And yellow is, I guess, somewhere in between. But the green ones, which are most of the people, they can go freely wherever they want. And this is great news, because it means they do not need to wait in a lockdown until all the people will be healthy, until everything will be great. That can take weeks, months, maybe even years, who knows. This is great news. Now, it has to do with agriculture. And why? Because in agriculture, in many countries, we have quarantine pests. For example, fruit flies are quarantine pests. Until today, the approach was, let's get them to zero, eradicate them through what we call fruit fly free zone, or SIT, which is sterile insect technique, in which we try to eradicate those flies. Well, as you know, it hardly ever happened. Now, instead of trying to eradicate the place, if we just monitor the people, or in the case of agriculture, the fruit, the orchards, and we found out that it is clean, free of the pest, then we have options. We have many more options, right? And we can start exporting even from a country where there are many fruit flies, for example, that are quarantine pests. So this is the similarity. In both cases, we are talking about quarantine pests, and now instead of looking on, this is going to be hard, right? So yeah, I will maybe change my way. So instead of waiting until all the virus go away or disappear, vanish, finished, or all the fruit flies, we eradicate them all. We don't need to anymore, because now we focus on individual people when it comes to a virus, and on individual fruits or orchards when it's come to fruit flies or other quarantine pests. Bye bye, and say bye bye to the cows standing in my way.